Hi everyone, my name is Zhang Xiaowen and you can call me Miley, which is my English name. Today I'm gladly to share with you the topic of identity and language acquisition. First of all, let's have a short review of myself. I'm a Chinese, and when I was in my secondary school, I found my strong interest in learning language, since I was passionate and curious about learning cultures of Western countries. And that's the reason why I chose language and literature as my major for my undergraduate program, which enabled me to continue my passion. During the program, I chose German as my second language, which gave me a deeper understanding of European cultures and language acquisition. However, I didn't stop myself from there. After I got my bachelor degree in English, I decided to continue my journey. Finally, I stepped out to a foreign country, Norway. Norway is a Scandinavian country with a breathtaking beauty of nature. Due to my passion in learning language, I challenged myself again with learning another language, Norwegian, by the age of 22 in Stavanger University. Which I made it and met a lot of friends during my studying and life in Norway. I left Norway at the age of 24 and headed back to China after 2 years of studying and living in such a beautiful country. At the same time, I chose my career path as being an IELTS instructor for listening. And I also tried some other business as a distributor of an online direct selling company. However, there was a voice deep inside of me kept pushing me to keep going to explore the world. Considering my educational background in China, which is English, and the education background in Norway, which is Norwegian, with my own working experience, which is IELTS instructor, I again started my journey and made it to come to Canada, a native English-speaking country. Here I met lovely classmates and professor, and I started my new life here. I found it fascinating while struggling at the same time. In terms of the culture here, which is slightly different from Europe, in addition, the weather is colder and winter is longer here. And I chose a completely different major, which is Master of Professional English Education, a field that is practical, but the course is on research and theoretical base, which vary dramatically from my previous passion, language. My identity, thus, has been changing from an IELTS listening lecturer to a student, from a distributor of an online company to a foreigner in a foreign country. Overall, I found my identity was struggling and is multiple and has been changing over time. So why do I choose to study language and education? So in the very beginning, I chose to study language for the very pure reason of interest and passion. And that's my intrinsic motivation. In time, I found more value in learning language as I understood my advantages in the job market for being a trilingual speaker. I deeply realized that I could combine my multilingual ability, my teaching experiences, and with professional education background in Canada, I will become more and more competitive in job market, and the horizon of my world is also broadened due to all these experiences. So that's my instrumental motivation. In addition, I want to get to know people who speak English in Canada so that I could get engaged in social activities in Canada. So that's my integrative motivation of learning the language and get education here. Well, what did I learn from the identity approach? Is the idea developed by Norton, the construct of investment, to complement the construct of motivation. That is, as I invest in learning a language, not only will I acquire language itself, but friendship, degrees, money, and also an increased value of my cultural capital and social power. So as the value of my cultural capital increases, the sense of myself, my hopes for the future, and my imagined identities will be reassessed. So there is an integral relationship of investment and identity and language acquisition. And identity, which is theorized as multiple changing and side of struggle. So how will I apply them into my future teaching? I will consider the following points. First of all, I will create a low effective filter for individual learners so that they have less stress, anxiety, but more confidence, which will facilitate their success in acquiring a second language. Second of all, motivate my students. I will use this construct of investment to explain the importance of invest in learning a language with the idea of cultural capital and social power. I will explain to them the significance of the integration relationship of identity and with the connection of their future with learning a second language, so that they would have a more positive attitude towards language learning journey. And third of all, I will apply a theory developed by Vygotsky, zone of proximal development. To put it in other words, I will provide students guidance of language learning, knowledge, and strategy within their zone of proximal development to move them to a potential higher level of English proficiency. Thank you for listening, and I hope you could enjoy during watching my digital project.